You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
J-O-Y.
And I want to understand white rage, and I'm white.
J-O-Y.
Shout out to the new Coon in the universe. Shout out to FKC and his new baby Coon. 6 pounds, 2 ounces. All this time, I didn't even know the wife was up there making a whole nother person. It occurs to me now, I don't think you really mentioned that up until recently. SKC, don't say it's the last edition. Nothing is ever over. Nothing is over. And you know what? We're about to totally derail this just for a moment. Just to have a trollibration of SKC and his new child. Yeah, yes. We're calling it a trollibration. SKC, we have to. We have to. You saw what happened in Idiocracy, right? You have to make more. You have to do more. There is never enough. You saw what happened in Idiocracy, SKC. Smart people have to do difficult things, like making more smart people. All right? One more time, SKC. One more time. You got to do it at least one more time. And then after she has the next one more time. SKC, we gotta get it out there one more time. Come on. Gotta do it. We gotta do it for the youth, for the future. Coon Reich demands it. We're building a 1,000-year Coon Reich. And it all starts with you doing it one more time. Come on, call the missus in. Put on some slow music. Tell her this is y'all song now. This is y'all new song now. Come on, you can't deny the universe is putting a responsibility on your shoulders. We are building a 1,000-year Coon Reich. And it can only happen if you do it one more time. 4 isn't enough. No, your car doesn't even have just 4 wheels. Technically, your car has 5 wheels. There's an extra one in the back. You need one more. You gotta try this one more time. We're having a trollibration for SKC and his 4th out of 8 babies. All right, this is only halfway. We're only halfway there. All right. We are having a trollibration for SKC and Coon number 4. One more time. 4 of 8. We're gonna name it 4 of 8. Oh, baby, one more time. Baby Coon adjunct 4 of 8. One more time. We need one more. We're only halfway there. Only halfway there. Oh, baby, one more time. Come on, we gotta give us some encouragement. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. One more time. Do it for the time. Do it for the gram. Give me one more kiss, babe. You need more Coons in the future. This is how you save the world. The liberals, the rainbows, they're not really making babies anymore. Boom. 1,000 years. 1,000 1,000 years starts tonight, goddammit. One more time.
Baby, listen, baby, one more.
This is my dear Mark Rebele. If you never heard of Mark Rebele, he is dope. He's like, I don't even know what to call his style of musical creation, but Mark is on some other shit with it, and I thought that was a perfect Trollibration song for SKC and Baby Coon Adjunct 4 of 8. You got to get back in there, bro. You got to get back in there. It's not over. Just give me something to drink. I'm telling you, it's not over. It's never over. Nothing is ever over. One more time, all right? That's the pep talk. That's how you get it back in the game. Just keep telling her, just one more time. Just one more time. When you're on baby number 7, just be like, just one more time. Come on. We already, like, how are we going to stop now? One more time. But anyway, y'all done got me all the way out of my zone here. We done threw the game off trying to have a little Trollibration. Look, and we making babies and we creating new lingo over here. This is why we have the motion on the right wing. We create. We just make stuff. Make new lingo, make new people, make new rules. We just make shit on the right wing.
None of these niggas have motion except for me. There has to be one real nigga left in America, in this damn country.
In light of increased immigration enforcement in Chicago, a new executive order signed Monday by Mayor Brandon Johnson designates ICE-free zones within the city.
City property and unwilling private businesses will no longer serve as staging grounds for these raids.
The order prohibits ICE agents from using city-owned property to make arrests. Johnson says signs will be posted at city properties, including in the parking lots of Chicago public schools and Chicago Park District field houses.
The fact is, we cannot allow them to rampage throughout our city with no checks or balances. Nobody is a
You guys remember when we met Trans Bear Pig yesterday? It was a tragic moment. Who is this little almost cute Asian chick he got hiding behind him over there? He be trying to keep the cute chicks in the background where nobody can see him. I see what you're doing, Brandon.
above the law. If we break the law, you should be held accountable. If Congress will not check this administration, then Chicago will.
This is the third executive order issued by the mayor since the Department of Homeland Security launched Operation Midway Blitz in the Chicago area. Each has tried to limit ICE from operating in the city. Since early September, the agency has reportedly arrested nearly 1,000 people. They've also been involved in 2 shootings, including one in Chicago's Brighton Park neighborhood on Saturday. Johnson has repeatedly said that Chicago police will not coordinate with ICE during its operation here. In a statement, DHS blasted Johnson over the weekend's events, saying in part, just this weekend, he and Governor Pritzker refused to allow the local police department to give our officers backup at the scene of a law enforcement attack. A growing and violent crowd began throwing rocks at our law enforcement, yet their chief of patrol ordered their officers not to help. DHS is referring to a rumored internal CPD memo circulating online, indicated that the chief of patrol told officers responding to the Brighton Park shooting to stand down. Speaking to reporters this afternoon, CPD Superintendent Larry Snelling disputed the notion. He said not only were his officers on scene for hours, but they were even hit by tear gas.
Those who will tell you that our officers weren't there, say that to the 27 officers who were affected by the chemical agents that were deployed by federal agents.
According to Snelling, none of the officers who were hit by tear gas were seriously injured. He also says he's spoken to Homeland Security officials about how both agencies can work together when CPD is responding to an incident where federal agents are involved. Reporting at 35th in Michigan, Emmy Victor, WGN News.
Chicago. Yo, I'm loving whoever. Whoever's in charge of the government social media, I'm loving this guy, right? Whoever's doing it, and then allegedly they're out on furlough, they're not getting paid right now, so he's just doing this shit for the love of country. Not like a nigga that was pretending to love the game, bro. Having an all night revival. Yes, yeah, right. Gonna have our home again, goddamn it. Dear God, we'll have our home again. No, by God, we'll have our home again. That's how that shit goes. I'm not gonna let the white boys be the only ones saying that shit. That's how you lose the propaganda war. I want my shit back too.
Breaking news you can use, folks. You're going to want to hear this. As the ICE raids ramp up in majority Black community, there's been an astounding yet unsurprising switch in narrative across social media. In videos and comment sections, people of non-Black American groups have decided to critique Black Americans for what we called resting. They're stating that it is our fault and that they warned us that we would be next. Folks, this comes as a surprise to this reporter because, as we all know, we're the ones who told you would be next because we were first. During slavery, when they formed the modern day police force, previously known as slave catchers, to capture runaway enslaved Black Americans, we said then they formed this to come after us, but they won't stop here. During Jim Crow, when there was significant violence towards Black Americans, burning down our communities, flooding our communities, hanging us, unchecked brutality, we said then they won't stop here. They'll come for you. During the civil rights movements, Black Americans let everyone know that the government was colluding with local law enforcement against Black American citizens to induce violence, crime, drug addiction towards Black Americans. We said then, they won't stop here. They'll be using these tactics against you. Since then, 2000s, Black Americans tried to say, look, stop and frisk, heavy police patrolling in our neighborhood, police brutality. They're using these things against us. They will be coming for you. After 9/11, Black Americans uncovered that the racial profiling that was used later towards Muslims was first developed in Black communities. We warned you then, you would be next. Black Americans for decades have warned against ICE and fought for reform with ICE's tactics in immigration. We warned you then that they were coming for you, and you did nothing. Throughout the past 400 years, folks, Black Americans have tried to warn others that they were testing out everything on us and that they would be coming for the others later. So
Black liberals are really like psychotic at this point. There is no helping them. I kind of imagine the definition of insanity is when you have enough, when you hold on to significant untrue beliefs about the world, it is you becoming or a sign of you being insane, right? And so when you think about just the general mythology that a lot of Black liberals hold as true, it is effectively like a type of insanity.
The irony and all other non-Black American groups telling us that they warned us that we would be next is laughable because they started with us, never stopped. But since you ignored us over the past few centuries, refusing to help us, adding to our oppression, saying that we were lying and making excuses, you've undone almost all of the work and protections that we and our ancestors have put in place over the centuries. And now look to the very people who warned you and explain to us the dangers that we warned you about because we're already experiencing it. So if you're searching for who to blame for the current state of the country today, look in the mirror and at your family tree. But But don't look at Black Americans. We tried to tell you that they were coming for you next. This has been Crystal Black with news you can use.
So are they gonna like put the Mexicans on a plantation or something? I don't understand what you mean by coming for them next. Like, this has nothing to do with the other thing you were talking about. Are we putting Mexicans up for auction? Did we sell that one guy to Uganda? Did we sell our Kilmar? Did we auction him off to Uganda? Is that what you think is happening?
400 Texas National Guard are on their way to Chicago right now. I know that Chicago mayor is feeling some type of way. They did the most yesterday trying to smear President Trump. Check out Pam Bondi and how she handled Congress today. She ate them up.
Consulted by the White House before they deployed National Guard troops to cities in the United States.
I'm not going to discuss any internal conversations with the White House.
You won't even say whether you talked to the White House about this?
I am not going to discuss any internal conversations with the White House with you, Ranking Member.
I noticed that. What's the secret? Why do you want to keep this secret? The American people don't know the rationale behind the deployment of National Guard troops in my state. The word is, and I think it's been confirmed by the White House, they are going to transfer Texas National Guard units to the state of Illinois. What's the rationale for that?
Yeah, Chairman, as you shut down the government, you voted to shut down the government, and you're sitting here, our law enforcement officers aren't being paid. They're out there working to protect you. I wish you loved Chicago as much as you hate President Trump. And currently, the National Guard are on the way to Chicago. If you're not going to protect your citizens, President Trump will.
Doesn't it seem like the White House has a new swag lately? Like Papa's got a brand new bag.
This administration is trying to divide us and pit people groups against one another. They want to divide and conquer. And as I said, in the South Shore, and this has been said very clearly, Black people in one van and immigrants in another. In the face of this unprecedented threat, this moment calls for unity. Black, brown, white, Asian, young, old, north side, west side, south side, we must all pull aside our differences and defend one another. Because if we allow this to continue to be unchecked, by the time we realize what's happening.
I want all the gangs of Chicago to unite. I want the Latin Kings, the Crips, the Bloods, the Disciples, the Stones, the Masons, the Fraternal Order of Police. I want the bingo ladies. I want the squeegee boards, the Kia boys, every gang in Chicago. We have to come together and unite, all right? The homeless people that be sleeping in front of the train station. We have to come together and unite. The Asian nail salon ladies, we have to come together and unite. All the gangs of Chicago have to stand up against Trump.
It'll be too late. And this executive order is a step towards accountability and is calling for the basic rule of law. In the coming days and weeks, we may be pushed, if not forced, to take even more dramatic action if this administration continues to escalate and provoke our people. In closing, last night I spoke with the governor, and he informed me that the Trump administration is deploying Texas National Guard to our city. We will speak to our response later today. We'll do that with the governor as well as the attorney general. For now, let me just say that we are unequivocally going to continue to reject the military occupation of our city. The Trump administration must end the war on Chicago. The Trump administration must end this war against Americans. The Trump administration must end its attempt to dismantle our democracy.
Nope.
Right as we are making historic progress in reducing violence.
If it's a war, we can't stop until we win. If you think of it as a war, then you have to understand that we have to crush you now. All right, you called it a war. We were just doing police operations. All right, we were just arresting criminals and removing illegal aliens. But if you want it to be a war, okay, we can do war.
Fuck you. War.
If you really want it, I mean, I bet you Transbear Pig gassed you up into this, didn't she? Transbear Pig was in your ear, like, yeah, you can beat him. Yeah, I got you, Brandon. Yeah, let's go. And now look at you.
The Trump administration is seeking to destabilize our city and provoke chaos. We said that they would use ICE as a pretext to send in the National Guard. And now they are doing just that. I've also said for the last couple of years that the extreme right in this country refused to accept the results of the Civil War. They have repeatedly called for a rematch. But in the coming weeks, we will use this opportunity to build greater resistance. Chicagoans are clear. Militarizing our troops in our city as justification to further escalate a war in Chicago will not be tolerated. The past teaches us that just because we are on the right side of history, that doesn't mean that we will succeed. It's going to take courage and determination, bravery, unity. But
you thought I was joking? No, he really wants to unite all the gangs of Chicago. Remember that movie, The Warriors, where all the gangs were going to come together under that one nigga, Osiris or whatever? This is Brandon Osiris right here. This nigga think he the shit, bro. He trying to get all the gangs together so they can fight Trump.
I'm gonna just come out and say it. But you niggas in Chicago that's in gangs, since y'all want to shoot something so fucking bad, shoot at these ICE motherfuckers on the motherfucking street, bro. Y'all know exactly what the fuck going on. Y'all keep acting like y'all black. Y'all know exactly what the fuck is going on in reality. Shoot at these ICE niggas that y'all see hurting innocent people instead of shooting at each other or shooting innocent people. I'm gonna just come out and say it. But you niggas in Chicago that's in gangs.
This is like a PSA for the alleged warrior class. Which, and if you're thinking about it, right? And this is why you niggas need OGs and shit. You niggas need OGs. You're a bunch of stupid little young niggas with stupid plans. ICE is removing the competition. ICE is opening up new territory. ICE is breaking up oppositional networks right now. Why would you interfere with that? Why would you fuck that up? Let ICE do your job for you. Like, technically, if you're a black Chicago gang member, the government is actually helping you. For the first time in a long time, the government is doing you a solid right now. They are cleaning up the opposition. Them niggas don't have as many places to hide. They don't have as many corners anymore. They're not getting the money that they used to get. They can't pop out and spend the money that they used to spend. Everything is getting tight on the ops now, bro. Why would you get in the way of that? This nigga's a goofy.
Since y'all want to shoot something so fucking bad, shoot at these ICE motherfuckers on the motherfucking street, bro. Y'all know exactly what the fuck going on. Y'all keep acting like y'all black. Y'all know exactly what the fuck is going on in reality. Shoot at these ICE niggas that y'all see hurting innocent people.
It's like a weird bizarro land where you think those are the good guys anyway. Do you think they normally defend the innocent and protect the weak? Is that what you think gang members normally do? Bizarro land, bro.
You're the fuck is the revolution now supposed to come from keeping Kamala Harris out of office? Donald Trump is literally 1.5 steps away from enacting martial law. Judges are literally warning that Donald Trump is about to enact martial law. Donald Trump is about to go and have the military act as the police force in this fucking country. Judges are having their houses burned down for going against him. Protesters are being rounded up and fucking detained for exercising their First Amendment right. Black children are being ripped out of their homes fucking butt-ass naked and put in zip ties and fucking U-Haul trucks. And all the while, we still do not see this fucking revolution that was supposed to be coming. But we do still see think pieces about fucking Kamala Harris and her book tour. What the fuck? This revolution was supposed to be going on right fucking now, right? The reason that 17 million Americans had to lose their health care, the reason that women had to lose their reproductive health care and be forced basically back into the fucking kitchen, the reason that trans people now have to fear more for their day-to-day lives than they ever have, the reason that that is the case is because this fucking revolution was supposed to be going on. So I will ask a fucking...
They are really, really upset that they didn't get their revolution. They're trying though. It's like they desperately want the revolution to happen, but the revolution just ain't revolutioning. And so now people are feeling kind of robbed. The people are feeling a little bit like taken aback. Like, wait a minute, this isn't what I was promised. I was promised healthcare for all, 24/7 women's reproductive rights. You can just pull up and have it working on demand. Like, I was promised something radically different, and this is not what I got. People do feel some type of way. People genuinely feel as though their world is crumbling. The left wing in particular, if you were a left-wing progressive up until just now, everything was like, you felt strong. You felt like you had swag. Things were going your way. And now we got women. We have white women in America winning dishwashing competitions, right?
The early pace, but look at the American in lane 3, elbows high, wrist rotation, spotless, plate one already in the rack. Into the second wash now. The Japanese athlete keeping it tidy on the left, France just half a second back. Listen to the crowd. The early pace, but look at the American in lane 3, elbows high, wrist rotation, spotless, plate one already in the rack. Into the second wash now. The Japanese athlete keeping it tidy on the left, France.
White women are so fucking back, you don't even know what's about to happen to you. White women out here winning dishwashing competitions against third world bitches. We are so back now. You don't even know. You don't even know how back we are. We're so back, it's going to blind you. You're going to get caught off guard. You're not going to get the war. You're going to get the dishes. That's what you're going to get.
Again, because every single time somebody asks where the fuck this revolution is, it's always a bunch of virtue signaling and some more bullshit. Where the fuck is the revolution? Where the fuck is it at? Because all I see is the world fucking burning down around us, but none of it equates to the fucking revolution that is supposed to be liberating all of us. So I'm very fucking confused.
No revolution for you, haha. So sorry.
No more money for you. It's lazy. You lazy. You lazy. No more money for you.
Yeah, we're shooting your gay neoliberal rainbow frock priest in the face with a pepper ball now, all right? Your transgender bowl cut priest is getting shot in the head with a pepper ball. It's a brave new world out there, isn't it?
It's a bittersweet day today. And I'm going to keep saying this until election day. Remember, I told you all when I first came down here, everything that's making y'all laugh in here, remember I told y'all I was going to make y'all cry. Now look at y'all. Look how God is listening to his people. You, Byron Citro Lopez, had the nerve to come in here and tell us, real Americans, about some rules when we're in the Constitution, because this is our country. And you want to tell us about some rules on a piece of paper when we had a law of the land on our side. So what you can do with those rules, you can take them back to your country and burn it like you burned the American flag. I told you, the Americans, the Chicagoans, the real citizens, I told you we saw a common threat was you all, the Democratic Party, and you foreigners. And I told you we was going to rise up. And you all laughed. It was all fun and games. Now look at y'all. Now you got the president listening. And the only thing, everything President Trump has done so far, we are for it. And we're asking, the only thing we're asking now that he haven't done yet, and we know he is, to bring in the FBI, the DOJ, Operation Grey Lord for these judges, all of you all. That's the last thing. We know he's listening. That's the last thing. That's the chess move right there. The queen, see, y'all don't know about it. It's chess, baby. The last thing, because all of y'all going to jail. All of y'all aldermen have been stealing for a long time. Yeah, Brandon Johnson. Oh, it's over for the Democratic Party. Y'all done. We're about to rise up, take our city back, because we will have a Republican mayor since 1931. Yup, watch history be made right here in Chicago, and we're going to show the world how it's done. Every Democratic ran city is going to flip red when they see what we did in Chicago. So you all can laugh right now. And about that building on 75th and South Shore Drive, I see that you didn't get on TV and tell how you put illegal alien gang members in there, and that Trendiaga gang member killed illegal immigrant in there and buried his body in concrete. But you all failed to say that on TV. You didn't mention that, right? Why didn't you mention that when you was talking about ICE? That Trendiaga had took over that building that you all put in the Black community, and he shot him in the head and put his body in cement, but y'all left that part out. But that's all right. We told it. Chicago.
Did they just kill her, Mike? See, we got the crazy Black women on our side now. We got angry Black women on our side now. We got goddesses on our team too now.
But if man had to find out that his God was a woman,
I say the Black woman is God, and
Black woman is God.
I say the Black woman is God.
The Black woman is God because, you know, she was the first organism on this planet.
That's right. We got gods on our team. We got Chuck Norris. We got all the Power Rangers. Got all the Fraggles from Fraggle Rock. We got everybody on our side and some angry Black women. Can you hear the clip at all? You guys, can you hear the clip? What the hell? Let's try that again. I don't know why this thing keeps dropping the sound when I switch from clip to clip. It's on some Depeche Mode up here. Enjoy the silence.
Not only do I regret ever voting Democrat, I now believe that it has always been a Democratic mission to not only make Black people's lives worse than it has ever been through policies and laws, but to also make Black people racist and to make white people hate Black people even more. Government psyop, I don't really care what you call it. I just really feel like if the Democrats cared about Black people or the minorities or the impoverished or the disenfranchised, they wouldn't be letting shit get so fucking out of hand. And not only that, it's like they knew they were losing power, so let's make everything worse for the fucking Republicans so it makes them look bad, so when we do get back into power, we could just rinse and repeat. Not only do I regret ever voting Democrat, I now...
He's starting to believe.
If you have been following what is happening in this country, you have seen ICE bust down doors. Just in the last few days, what we saw in Chicago was agents rappelling down from Black Hawk helicopters into a residential building in the middle of the night, grabbing people, some who were naked in the bed, zip-tying children, having them wait. Some of them were U.S. citizens. Some of them were U.S. citizen children. So if you've been following, I think you have seen the trauma. You've seen the hunting down of Latinos. You've seen the racial profiling. This week also, or in the...
Remember a couple of years ago during the George Floyd era when LeBron was like, they hunting us? This is a lot more accurate, all right? You can kind of theoretically, technically say that the Latinos are being hunted. It's like The Great Game. What was that movie with Ice-T? Surviving the Game, I think, where they threw him in the woods. He was like a homeless ex-Navy SEAL. They threw him in the woods and they started hunting him. It is not quite like that, but it's kind of like that, though. It is kind of like that. Once the Department of Homeland Security released the Gotta Catch 'Em All video, they was pretty much telling all the Latinos, like, listen, it's up on y'all right now. If your paper's not together, you getting up out of here. Hell, even if your papers are together, you're gonna be sitting over there for a couple hours until we get this straightened out. But we are kind of on the hunt right now, all right? It is what it is, bro. Enjoy the hunt, people. Enjoy the hunt. It is rare as a nation we get to go on a national people hunt and not feel guilt about it. The most dangerous game, yeah. It's like we finally get to enjoy the elites' hobbies and pastimes. We get to go on a full people hunt like rich people do in private islands. But we're doing it for play, though. You know, we're just going to catch you and send you back home. You know, it's a taco hunt. That's all. We're going on a taco hunt. Beer and tacos. That's it. That's what we're doing. It's beer and tacos. Making it a party, really.
The last several days, Theo Vaughn, who has been a pro-Trump blogger, ICE, DHS used a clip of him in an ad, and he had an issue with it. Turns out the guy's father's from Nicaragua and an immigrant. And so, you know, I think people are beginning to open up their eyes that it's not the worst of the worst that are being taken. It's their neighbors and the people and the children who play with their children.
That's what the media would like you to believe.
No, it's not what the media would like you to believe.
Right.
We see it every day. If there was Tren de Aragua, there would be evidence that there was Tren de Aragua. If there were criminals, there would be evidence there were criminals. You know what there is evidence of?
There is
evidence that the majority of people who have been grabbed are people without criminal records, and many of them have become undocumented because TPS has ended, because programs that made them legal here have ended.
That's what we should call it, the National Taco Hunt. For the next 3 years, the Trump administration will be leading the charge in the National Taco Hunt. If you or any of your friends would like to join the National Taco Hunt, there is a place for you. ICE is a diverse, progressive organization We are accepting all kind of applicants right now. You don't have to be white. You don't even have to be a man. I don't even think you have to be a Christian. All you need is a love of America and a hunger for tacos. If you love America and you're hungry for tacos, you can join the National Taco Hunt.
What were the attractions of working for ICE?
I'm very patriotic.
You know, guarding America, guarding the homeland.
When I saw Uncle Sam pointing that finger, I just had it in my heart. And you're thinking, look at this guy. He's an immigrant.
Look at this. This is a clever, crafty cheat right there. Look at him trying to slip in there. Oh, man. God damn. You know what? Maheen Ahmed. Crafty, clever G. I bet you like tacos, though.
When I saw Uncle Sam pointing that finger, I just had it in my heart. And you're thinking, look at this guy. He's an immigrant. He wants to become a deportation officer. Doesn't make any sense to you. Makes 100% sense to me.
We're seeing a bit of the speed and scale that the Trump administration is trying to move at. They're moving people in and out assembly line style. They're offering drug testing on site, and they're even saying that you could walk out of here with a tentative offer letter to start a new job at ICE.
I was able to get an offer today. I accepted, and then I went and did all my process, my fingerprinting and my drug testing. Background check is next, and then, of course, training.
What were the attractions of working for ICE?
I'm very patriotic.
You serious about this taco hunt? If you want to join the taco hunt, you just let me know. All right. There is a place for you. There's tacos for everybody. There is a spot in the truck for you. You just got to let me know. You just have to express a proper level of desire, and we will find a taco truck for you to hunt down. We're making dreams come true. And look, this is diverse and progressive too.
So don't tell me. You can say whatever the hell you want about the border, but don't come here and lie about most of them being criminals, because that is simply false.
You're making it the sympathetic argument.
No, I'm not making a sympathetic argument. I am making the factual argument. The majority of the people who have been grabbed and detained, deported, disappeared, are people without criminal records.
And you don't have the stats on that either, but I'm just going to say this.
Go look it up. Go look it up.
Okay, all right.
CNN has reported the stats.
All right.
Here's the problem I have with what's going on. You see Pritzker, you see Johnson saying this is an unconstitutional invasion of their city, right, coming from Trump. But these are the same people that have absolutely no problem with an actual unconstitutional invasion of the country, where we saw the Biden administration let millions and millions of people across the border. They literally basically invited them across the border. Over 10 million illegal immigrants came into this country. Now ICE is being forced to deport the people from this country, which President Trump promised he ran on and ultimately partially won on this commitment to the American people, on wanting to put the American people first. And so we've seen 2 million people that were here illegally that have left since Trump came into office, whether that be deportations or self-deportations, which they're also incentivizing because they recognize that that's one of the ways that we can get some of these people out.
It's unconstitutional invasion for immigrants. What's
For
unconstitutional about
people.
A sanctuary city is unconstitutional. A city, let alone an actual state, does not have the right to declare sanctuary for a foreign national. Under the American Constitution, that is literally the purview of the federal government.
Like Pritzker and people like Johnson to protect
invasion. What is unconstitutional?
For people like Johnson and Pritzker to protect illegal immigrants.
No, you said
sanctuary
Biden let
cities,
them in,
which is
and you
against
said there was
federal law.
unconstitutional
Yeah, if you
invasion.
let me
What's
finish, I'll get there.
unconstitutional?
Which is against federal law. We cannot have these cities protecting against federal law, and on top of it, stopping and prohibiting
didn't
federal
answer the
law
question.
enforcement
There was
from
nothing
doing their jobs,
unconstitutional
of
about it.
ICE from doing their
You don't
jobs,
have any problem,
and deporting people.
Madison,
On
you don't
top
have
of
any
that,
problem with the fact that
I'm not sure if
ICE,
screaming
with
is gonna
all
help
of
your
the
argument.
additional, well, I need a moment to
On
speak.
top- well, I'm not
With you
finished yet.
filibustering,
On
it's
top of
difficult for me
that,
to make a
there's
point.
been a 1,000%
I need
surge
to
on
understand how it's okay
of
for
violent
American
attacks on
citizens,
ICE.
American citizens to be profiled, to be detained, even though they're not undocumented immigrants.
Look how they don't want to let the Latina talk. The Latina was talking for just 1 minute, and now they trying to jump on her. I thought you guys were diverse and shit. I thought you guys were equitable.
Stopping and prohibiting
You didn't
federal
answer the
law
question.
enforcement
There was
from
nothing
doing their job,
unconstitutional
of
about
ICE from doing their
you don't
jobs
have any problem.
and deporting people.
Madison,
On
you don't
top
have
of
any
that,
problem with the fact that
I'm not sure if
ICE,
screaming
with
is gonna
all
help
of
your
the
argument.
additional, well, I need a moment to
On
speak.
top, well, I'm not
With you
finished yet.
filibustering,
On
it's
top of
difficult for me
that,
to make a
there's
point.
been a 1,000%
I need to
surge on
understand
violent-
how it's okay
of
for
violent
American
attacks on ICE.
citizens,
Hold on.
American citizens to be profiled, to be detained, even though they're not undocumented immigrants, for American children.
It's like they're trying to have a bad bitch off. That's really what I feel, all the hostility that two attractive women naturally have for one another. And they're on air having a bad bitch off. And Anna's kind of losing a little bit. And Anna, it was gonna happen eventually, but I hate that you had to have this moment. But you were eventually gonna have to lose a bad bitch off. You were a bad bitch for a long time on the left wing, and most of those bitches are ugly, so it's easy for you to win a bad bitch off when you're on the left wing. But then when you get on the right wing, and we just naturally have a lot more attractive women on the right wing, you got to really try hard. You got to really bring your A game. You can't just roll out of bed and stumble into a bad bitch off. No. Doesn't work that way. These women were beautiful before they even got into politics. These women were beautiful before they even cared about taxes and immigration. Anyway, Anna, it just is what it is. You finally met your match in the bad bitch off. No layups, right? No layups. Hard fouls in the paint. Bad bitch offs giving hard fouls in the paint over here. It's not like it is over there.
To be zip tied.
American
when
citizens are
ICE,
not being
that is
profiled.
exactly what's happening
Yes,
right
they
now.
are.
They're
What's
being asked if
38 members of
they
a
are being
gang
asked
were
if they are
arrested.
undocumented. Do you walk around with your
38 members of a gang were
proving you're an
arrested.
American
I
citizen?
understand that everybody on the show loves to talk about this
No, I
allegation
think
of
that you're
zip ties,
making excuses
which
for an
DHS says
administration that's
isn't
raining
true.
terror on
I'm not
ordinary
making
American
excuses
citizens
for anything.
under the false pretense of doing something about undocumented immigration.
Damn, Anna going full Karen right now. Damn. You went in as a bad bitch and you came out as a Karen, Anna. Damn.
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please. Like,
Damn. Anna was my girl too. Anna was my girl for a hot second there. She finally took an L. Shit crazy.
When I die, I'ma go to Snow Bunny Heaven. Snow Bunny Heaven.
Yeah, she got Anna out of her femininity. Anna was tapping into her angry black woman. God damn, Anna. Out here looking crazy in these streets now. You got put next to a real bad bitch. You don't look like such a bad bitch no more. You just melted into a pure Karen. She melted away all the bad bitch facade, and all that was left under it was pure Eastern European Karen. God damn. Damn, just melted away. Just Albanian Karen.
Madison, it's not really, I haven't seen ICE disputing the fact that when they raided that apartment building, that they detained everyone.
That's the point.
Hold on.
But
they have
DHS
not
specifically
they have
has
not-
disputed the
they have
big
not-
tie
but hold
about
on.
how they're zip tying children.
Sure.
And on top of
hold on
that,
a
they
second.
come out with more
Hold on a second,
information
Madison.
about
They
how
have
some of
not
those children
disputed, and
were
this is to
related to the
Anna's-
members of
this
Trinity
is-
Alpha.
which
This
is
is
to
why
Anna's
arrest them
point.
then.
They have not
You have to make
disputed
sure they're
that there were
These are
that there were
gang members.
Americans.
Nothing makes kids
Madison,
safer than
just a
detaining them
second.
in zip ties.
They have not
Do you
disputed
want to
that
send them
there
back
were.
with the gangs?
No,
Is that a
that's
better
false
option for you?
choice. That's a
Madison,
false
just
choice.
Damn, and you know what I just realized? Abby Phillips has no place in this bad bitch off. Oh God, I'm not even. It's like the news isn't even happening right now. It's like, you ever watch that show, that movie They Live, and then Roddy Piper, he can put on the glasses and he can see what's really happening. It's like I have the They Live glasses on, and this isn't even news anymore. This is a bunch of chicks having a bad bitch off. Really, it's two women having a bad bitch off, and it's a black girl trying to find some way into it. And she cannot find any place into the bad bitch off. And it's like, let me in, let me in. And they're like, who's this angry black bitch at the window? Like, they're really, really trying to have the bad bitch off without you, Abby. No, this is amazing to watch here. This is wild business. Damn. You know what's so funny? I liked Abby a whole lot better until I saw that. I was like, wait a minute, who's this? What the fuck is an Abby? Who's this woman? All of a sudden, I want some tacos. Let Abby into the bad bitch off, goddammit.
Administration that's raining terror on ordinary citizens under the false pretense of doing something about undocumented immigration. It's ridiculous.
It's not really, I haven't seen ICE disputing the fact that when they raided that apartment building, that they detained everyone.
That's the point.
Hold on.
But
they have not
specifically
has
disputed the big tie about how they're zip tying children.
Sure.
And on top of that, they come out with more information about how some of those children were related to the members of Trinidad.
Which is why I arrest them then.
Abby looks pregnant. Abby, are you having a baby right now? Because you just look like you're not really at tip-top shape in the bad bitch off. Like, are you bad bitching for two? What's going on, Abby? You're not really at your highest level. I wonder if Abby's having a baby or something. She's really not keeping up this. She's not up to speed in the bad bitch off here.
They have not disputed that there were Americans.
Nothing makes kids safer than detaining them in zip ties.
They have not disputed that
there were. You want to send them back with the gangs? No, is that a better option for you?
That's a false choice.
Just 1 second, okay?
They hog-tied the kids. Oh my God. Nobody hog-tied no goddamn kids. There was zip ties. Little plastic zip ties. A hog tie is when you put your hands to your ankles.
I got a question for you, for my Black Americans. And I know I posed this before, but I'm going to ask it again. Every time something like this happens, I always got to pose this question. Black Americans, do you think if we was being deported, if ICE was looking for us, they say, hey, we want all the Black Americans. We want all the indigenous Black people. We want all the Native Blacks. We want all the freedmen. We want all the emancipated people. We want all the FBAs. We want all of them. And we're going to ship them off somewhere. Do you think these immigrant groups over here going to fight for us? I want y'all to think about that. Do you think these immigrant groups in America is going to fight for us? Do you think they're going to put their life on the line for us? Do you think they will get on TV and speak for us? Huh? Do you think they'll be in the newspaper doing the interviews? Hey, man, I think it's wrong what they're doing to the Black Americans. No. You know how I know? Because guess what? Even when they were saying we was being detained, right, in Chicago, or they were trying to use this fear-mongering thing like, hey, y'all gonna get deported, y'all gonna get deported. All they were saying was, see, we told you so. See, we told you so. But they ain't make no fuss about us being detained or being about to be deported. They did not do nothing like that. It was like I told you so. Like they were happy to see us be detained. Like they was happy to report the news like, hey, Black Americans, they might be deported too. Like they was happy about that, but they weren't speaking out against it. You see what I'm saying? Y'all see the play that these people do, right? And another thing, shout out to my Chicago people. I'm so happy my Chicago people telling the truth and standing on business because I'm listening to the people. I'm not listening to no politicians. I'm not listening to the boule people of Chicago. I'm listening to the people that's on the ground, right? Even the people on the ground saying that the government or the city officials put these people in their neighborhoods. And I remember for 3 years when the Biden administration, you had multiples and multiples of Black American Chicago people at these city halls complaining like, don't drop these people off in our neighborhood. Now look at it now. Now, since they put the people in the Black neighborhood, you used to see Democrats holler, you see that? You see, we told you that Trump gonna get y'all. Now y'all put the issue in our neighborhoods. Y'all created that issue, Democrats. Y'all created this. Why y'all didn't put these immigrants in YT neighborhoods? Y'all didn't put some of these people in Mexican neighborhoods out there in Chicago, from what I'm hearing. Y'all put these people straight in black neighborhoods. Y'all caused this problem. This is y'all problem. Y'all did this. The citizens of Chicago, especially the black ones, was protesting that shit. Any Chicago people, if I'm lying, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't live in Chicago. I just listen to the people. But go back to my point. A lot of these black immigrants, they want us to be deported. They want us to be with them as they get deported. Reason why? Because since they've been in this land, we've been protecting these people. We've been fighting for these people. We've been speaking out for these people. In the midst of all us doing that, they never really done nothing for us. You see them linking up with all these racist groups. You see them speaking all these talking points. Just like a brother mentioned. You could speak to these people on the streets. You can say, hey, what's going on? They'll look at you crazy. I live in Dallas, so I see all different types of groups of people. They do not speak at all. They act like they don't even want to speak to you. So why should my people get out here and stress over that? That's what I want to know. Why should my people stress over them, over a group of people that gave their ass for us to kiss? Huh? See, now since we ain't fighting for them no more, they want us to suffer with them. They want us to be scared of ICE coming through the window. Nah, man. Nah, they're going to have to hold it on. But that's the question I want to pose for y'all. If it was us being deported, if it was us, would the immigrant class of people on this land, would they fight for us? I say no. Hell to the no.
Donald Trump is attempting to sell a lie that Chicago is overwhelmed with violence and terror in order to justify deploying U.S. troops onto the streets of that city. But the reality is there is not a big violent mayhem in Chicago, but there are residents getting disappeared off the street by ICE. MSNBC correspondent Jacob Soboroff is on the ground in Chicago and today witnessed the aftermath of a woman getting snatched by masked Customs and Border Patrol officers and put into an unmarked vehicle. And this video you're about to see was taken by a neighbor who was also on the scene when this happened.
Señora, no tiene que decirles nada, si tiene papeles.
Hey, ciudadana americana.
What's your, yes, I am. What's your badge
Are you a
number?
United States citizen?
I am. Are you?
Okay, I'm going to need you to stay away from here.
Okay.
All right?
Señora, ¿cómo se llama?
Hey.
Señora, ¿cómo se llama?
No estoy impidiendo la
Señora,
investigación.
¿cómo se llama? Para decirle a su familia. Don't touch me. You're not allowed to touch me. Señora, ¿cómo se llama? Dígame su nombre. Dígame su nombre. Look at guys. Look at this fascist right here. Señora, dígame su nombre. Grítelo.
She's in.
Grítelo otra vez. Grítelo. ¡Ah, se está aquí! ¡No salgan! ¡Ah, se está aquí! ¡No salgan!
Joining me.
They have rights! They have rights! So fucking what, man?
Now from the Broadview Detention Center outside of Chicago's MSNBC senior national correspondent Jacob Soboroff. Jacob, you have a follow-up update, as I understand it, from the arrest video we just played. Tell us more about that.
Jen, since I was on that street and after that apprehension happened, we have learned that woman's name is Maricela Rosales. She is 53 years old. She has been in the United States since arriving here from Mexico 30 years ago. She has a family, and tonight she's here inside.
Damn, 30 years a grifter. That's wild. You've been stealing for 30 years. I would be surprised too. If I've been stealing for 30 years and you finally catch me, I'd be like, damn, y'all doing that now? Okay, shit.
The Broadview Detention Center, and we know that because as we were reporting earlier today on the street in Cicero, Illinois, a young woman came up to me and said, I'm looking for my mother. I haven't seen her, and I fear she might have been detained by ICE. Her name is Samantha, and I pulled out my phone to show her some of the video that we had, and I want to show you a little bit of what happened next. Watch this.
Señora, ¿cómo se llama? Para decirle a su familia. Don't touch me. You're
stop if you want. Stop.
This is Immigrant Corps. And then he made me watch a video of my mama and my tia getting thrown into a van. And he recorded me on camera and made me watch them. This is Immigrant Corps. This is like immigrant fanfic. Deport me harder, daddy.
Guys, look at this fascist right here.
That's her. It's her.
I'm so sorry to be the one to show you this picture of your mother. What's it like for you to?
And they were all so big and so strong and so white. And there was nothing we could do. They just made us get in the van. And they told us we had to make tacos. They told us we had to make tacos in the van. It was horrible.
See her there with her ponytail and her backpack and her pink sweatpants, talking to these guys with guns and masks and their bulletproof vests.
I mean, based off her facial expression, she looks ready to cry. And that saddens me because she just wanted to go to the store. She was gonna make some
Listen, y'all think I'm joking. Somebody is writing erotic ice fiction right now. I'm telling you, in another 6 weeks, Latin women are gonna be gooning to deportation fantasy novels. Watch. I promise you. La Gringa de la Migra. They're going to come up with all kind of spicy novels. There's going to be a Ice Fabio nigga on the cover. He's going to have long hair and an ice vest on and shit. Giant Mexican muscles and shit like that. Because, you know, he's going to be a Mexican nigga that works for immigration, but he somehow falls in love with a really hot, sexy, illegal immigrant / drug runner. It's going to be a whole thing. The heart deporter. I'm telling you, they're going to start a whole industry off this shit. Little Abuelita is going to be gooning to this shit. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy out here. You have no idea how wicked they are, man. Chicks be thinking all kind of evil thoughts.
albóndigas, which is basically a meatball stew.
She just wanted to go
She was
make a
going to
meatball
the
stew.
supermarket. Yeah.
La migra, mi amor.
A meatball stew, Jen.
It's so powerful to see this, Jacob, and you're so tireless on the ground. I know you also have video of CBP officers appear to be.
This is how I know there's going to be a movie about it. Because little punk-ass liberal Hollywood white people like these two, they're going to be like, oh, this is great. We got to make this a movie. We can sell it to Lifetime.
Harassing someone who was filming them on the street.
Give it a year, I bet.
Maricela was arrested. The Chicago Tribune reported that federal agents have pointed weapons at people recording. We've only seen what we see on video, but when you talk to residents of these Chicago neighborhoods, how do they feel? I mean, are they terrified? I mean, I would be.
Don't take it from me, Jen. Let's watch the video. This is what happened in the moments before Maricela was actually apprehended by the Border Patrol. And this was a video taken by another community member. Check this out.
Do you guys have any identification on you?
Yeah, you see it. It's on our vest.
Do you guys have a badge number or a name?
No, you don't need all that.
I don't need. Why don't I need any of that?
You have ID on you?
Do you guys need my ID? What's the reason for stopping me?
What's the reason for following us, honking your horn?
You guys.
Right. You want my ID? I need your ID. And you know what? This would look scary if they weren't just being constantly harassed by like punk ass liberals and shit who got nothing better to do. Like if they were doing that to regular people, it would look a little bit scary. But because it's really like punk ass liberals harassing them, trying to cause a moment, it doesn't even look as like this isn't the hardcore fascism I thought it would be.
You guys are going through a neighborhood and you guys are stopping people on the street with no reason.
Well, I suggest you stop following us, all right? Otherwise, we're going to arrest you for impeding your audit.
I'm not impeding anything
We're
right
letting
now.
you know this is the first warning and last warning.
Okay.
You got that?
What are your guys' names?
This right here.
My name is Fuck You. Can you read it? It's right here on my
This is what's
chest.
happening in the streets of Chicago, all around Cook County and in the Chicagoland area. And the folks that they're going after are not the worst of the worst. And I cannot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's how you get the worst of the worst, though. You just do a nice dragnet. Because I mean, let me tell you something. You have to understand something about people. Even killers have to eat, right? And so the guy who worked for the cartel and he put like an entire family of 4 into an oil drum and some type of acid solution. That guy probably works at a Jiffy Lube in Des Moines, Iowa by now. You have no idea what people are capable of as he's handing you the muffler that you just came to buy. You don't even want to know. And so don't give me this bullshit about they're only going after the nice people. Yeah, in his country, they call him the surgeon. All right, that nigga never went to medical school, but they call him the surgeon for some reason I don't even want to get into. But they're only going after the nice people. Shut up.
More unequivocally and clearly enough. Maricela was going, as we talked about, to buy meat to make a stew. October 31st, Halloween, would be her 54th birthday. Samantha, her daughter, told us she wanted to buy her perfume for that birthday, and she was saving up until she was paid with this paycheck from her job in order to go and do that. Now what Samantha is doing is trying to find her mom inside this facility after those very agents picked her up off the street today. Jen.
There's been reporting today, of course, that there's more coming tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I'm sure you'll be.
Yes, Jen. 1, 2. Let me go to comment for you. Shout out to Ivan with the €2. Thank you so much for the support.
Be reporting for us. I remember in LA when you were reporting from the ground, people sort of were staying in their homes. They weren't going to work. People were afraid of going to school or going out into the community at all. Are you seeing the same thing happen in these communities in Chicago?
Oh, yeah, there's an absolute chilling effect. I was just actually checking my Instagram direct messages and someone messaged me and said, hey, I was taking a run earlier today while you were interviewing those people and I ran right by you. I also saw down the street ICE agents in a particular vehicle engaged in another operation. And the message is basically that people are terrified. Their daily activities are being interrupted by armed and masked federal agents on the street. You don't have to wait for the National Guard here to see militarized federal policing on the streets of Chicago. It is already.
It looks more like people harassing them instead of the other way around. Like, if you would leave them alone, most people probably wouldn't even notice they were there.
Happening in a city that is largely peaceful. Nobody's saying that there aren't violent parts of this city and that violent crime doesn't happen, just like they do in red and blue cities and states all across the country.
Yeah, because Chicago is mostly peaceful and the George Floyd riots were mostly peaceful and everything is mostly fine.
But what local leadership is saying here is, give us the resources and we will handle those problems with grants to do community-based policing. We don't need troops on our streets. And we don't even need to wait for the National Guard because those troops are already here. That's why Governor Pritzker said in that press conference yesterday, as you highlighted before the break, that he believes this is a pretext for invoking the Insurrection Act and having troops all across the country, Jen.
Jacob Soboroff, so important to see what's going on the ground. Thank you so much for joining us from Chicago.
Thanks.
Oh, and here is ICE on patrol downtown Chicago, by the way. It actually sounds a lot more epic than it really is, though. Like, the music is way too dramatic for that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like you're scaring the homosexuals, bro. You gotta tone that shit down a little bit.
75 million Americans voted for a Democrat in this last round of presidential elections. And at this moment, they have zero power at the federal level, not in the House, not in the Senate, not in the executive, and not in the courts. There has not been a moment of conciliation or concern about the issues and policies that drove those 75 million votes. Not a moment. At present, the Democrats' largest victory over these past 8 months is getting a guy who may or may not be a criminal back from El Salvador so Trump could send him to Uganda. That was the big win.
That was the funniest thing that has ever happened in presidential politics. We took a guy from El Salvador. We tried to send him home, but he was too good to go home. He didn't want to take no better deal, so we sent his punk ass to Uganda. God, as presidential moves go, I just love the hell out of that shit.
And then suddenly, a small ask for people's preservation.
Oh, then we shut the government down too, so he can't even come right back. We sent him to Uganda, and then we pulled the plug on our phone so he couldn't call us and try to get a do-over. Like, nah. We're not even home, bro. You gotta wait. You call us back next month.
Healthcare is a Molotov cocktail. Because apparently Republicans won't be satisfied with 99.8% domination. They must have it all. ICE went from deporting the worst of the worst to throwing grandmothers onto linoleum and zip tying American children. And everyone's just supposed to be cool with the new masked, incredibly well-funded paramilitary group. And Democrats are just reduced to petty gestures of restroom resistance.
Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem posted that she was blocked from entering a city building in Illinois.
Can you use the restroom? No, you cannot. We can't? Please don't. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Damn, that was some petty. Okay. I see y'all getting in touch with your inner petty.
Interesting. That's what Governor Pritzker says is cooperation in keeping people safe.
Victory is ours!
No pooping for you, Kristi Noem. You shall not poop here. Listen, you got to take your wins wherever you can get them, bro. The liberals are really desperate for any type of win. They say, you can't take a shit in this building. All right, they needed a win. They needed a victory. They're like, yeah, that bitch got a shit somewhere else now. Little skinny, pretty bitch. I hate skinny, pretty bitches. You know that's how they feel. Because, you know, like, I swear to God, like 80% of our politics is just a bad bitch off underneath it all. It's just, but it's politics, so they're mostly ugly anyway, but it's really weird. There's just a lot of feminine hostility in our politics right now.
Look, I've given Democrats an enormous amount of shit for their poor leadership. Lack of specific and actionable plans, terrible messaging, abysmal wordplay. Did I mention poor leadership? But standing up for 75 million Americans in this moment to defend the rights of people to go into a little less medical debt seems like the least they can fucking do.
I don't even know what the Democrats could do right now. No matter what they do, their party hates them. They can't win anything. They're in a lose-lose. It's like an ultimate lose-lose for them, so good luck with that shit, bro. But we are going to wrap this one up for the day. Going to put this in the bag. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Please hit that like button on your way out of the door. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We are done. Thank you so much for pulling up.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help black people.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.